Oh my gosh, we are back. Oh my gosh. Back in the Disco Elysium. Oh my god. A long time since I played this game. Where are we? Is Revachol. Jeez. Corpse. An apartment door. Renee, but Madison established. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, this guy then. I don't know. Waterlock. My money for what? Oh gosh, I can pay you that now. Oh, we can. Oh yeah, so basically. Smoker after 9 to see Bang's boots. This one's like not what. Ah, dude, I don't know if it'd be like a good like a if you match devilishly. So it's not as simple. That's on it. And well, in secret passages. Versus the oh yeah, true. Badge. Well, on our way to find the gun. Clothes. Badge. Full. Find the vehicle the driver used. Okay, so this went on Wednesday. Of stuff. Okay, so at 9, I think I want to definitely going back to this guy at part 8. Guess we can chat to this guy about his. Oh.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
My apologies. And your guard boots?
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the night. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
Damn, man. Must have seen something on the night of the murder. You ran to the yard. Got a picture. Girl got it. Yeah, okay, that's awesome.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Hold on, why are you on leave? Was work.
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officers. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabinier's pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Okay. Everard gets it. Big guys looking after the small, everyone working together. I love it. And further, or die, there's no middle ground. Rene is but a one man. We program, get all the elderly back to the job market, keep folks motivated. So this is when it gets into this like stuff that like is beyond me, bro. Rene should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. Wage workers are there's absolutely nothing wrong with fair collecting. My side thing. So you're saying, everybody's saying it's wrong for him to oh, it's like, so he wants to be giving money to Ren, so it doesn't have to be taken from the pension? This is lost, brother. Aha.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
There's more info on this one.
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
Fair enough.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu,
Oh.
and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Brother, Gaston's outing Rene, bro. Thanks, mate. The Jean-Marie Beaulieu.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Be playing in a crater, such a deep near the.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
An earthquake here doesn't have anything. All that means, you know.
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Crater left by artillery.
Why what?
I was heavy artillery.
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
As but the
Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them what you like. They just chose a name to feel special. Senseless sentimentality.
you.
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
Yeah, I'd squeeze.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't so, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
It was probably a bit more complicated than that.
I show them. Away from people.
Because this place is a damn beachhead. Had to soften the commies up first. Yes, the military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachel.
Yeah.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in '08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Most of the grim. That sounds grim, bro.
This here is Blood Ground, where Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Oh.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
On the coalition? Is that why everything is calmed out? For damage.
Don't get me wrong, officer. I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that. They're the lesser evil.
Okay. Is that why everything's so bombed out? Whatever. Actually, I know all this.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on this city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
Strangely.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still hold influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the... What do you think?
Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one.
Hey, boys. Side with the socialists, bro. Or do we side with the coalition? I guess in the like class, right? How it should be. Soft socialists paving the way for the hard-working class to take over. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess. All that shit. Same. Coalition should be. How much is job? Works. Nothing. I don't think. Oh, these guys hate this. Call them. They rule us. So he doesn't like the foreign. He's like, so basically, socialists at the bottom, foreigners then people. Goals. Oh. Let's do the middle.
I'm sorry it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frissel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Guys.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
In fact, there's a monument. Who was this gal he mentioned? What is that? His. Okay, how does Philippe?
It doesn't. That was 100 years ago. Ain't got nothing to do with anything.
Okay, who was this?
Damn Frissel. He was the king we couldn't protect. The Carabineers failed him, and the crown. He died in the hands of the Hyperlay, in a very public execution.
He slouches as he says that. It makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob.
A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frissel. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile.
Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him, and he doesn't want to admit it.
Oh, just. Actor is deceiving oneself. They're being deceived. exactly.
This Suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
I saw this.
Ah, yes! King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule. Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take over for himself. Powerful leader is not afraid to do what must be done. That's what the country needs. That's how I feel about that. Not once.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
Weariness in his voice now. He's heard this rant.
The Carabinier doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
What was that about cocaine?
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
Okay. So... inability to understand or consider.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler? That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
You're told I'm brilliant. Right about that.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court medic administered a dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
He's just making excuses for the king's habits, isn't he?
Such responsibility requires a boot. Dude, seems like irresponsible behavior for a monarch. Drug users should clean that up. I have some other questions. Yeah.
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM... but I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies.
Talk about something else.
Right.
Legendary 15, 28%. We would try it. What is it about? Have to level up composure. I don't know how I'm gonna. Guess +1 probably. Thanks, Renee, mate. Where's Rosie? One is the main one. Not that. Oh, I mean Evrot. Could talk to the Titus boys, but I think I want my gun. Double gun back. Wait, shoot, can I go this way or do I have to go the secret way? Oh, I could just go this way. back.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Open the door. You asked me. Put it now. The container's outside your.
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbour. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
Something special about it. It was especially 1,000.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Yeah, maybe later. Go on,
I'm
mate.
very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
I can't remember what we did see. What did we see? Oh, was it like a... Oh my gosh, I can't remember. I think it might have been a union guy? Oh, I just don't remember.
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
Brother, he probably had someone watching. May have gone inside and seen a collection of racist... Okay, it was racist stuff. How do you go inside? Weasel had the flag of the old Revachol on his wall. He wasn't for me to go inside, so I did.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here.
Well, he definitely had someone.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Really?
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Collection of colonial mugs there. The mug in the trash and clothes. And out that. Heard about a connection.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
He performs a motion as if spraying bullets from a machine gun.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramoritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Hold on. Have a village elephant?
Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
What? Move the container.
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
I might want to lift your office.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Can't ignore Guy Kim.
We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Whole neighborhood is nothing to do.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base.
Nothing to do.
There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
Yeah.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
The Hardy Boys.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land." He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Wait, so he's basically saying it's the Hardy Boys. Can't be this.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Wait, so he's basically saying is it the time? Can't be them, right? But he's saying it is them, and he says like, can't even arrest them even if you wanted to, bro. Damn.
He places a lot of faith in that lawyer girl. Perhaps this is a tactical error? Anyway,
I don't want to out that he probably already knows it though. Went into the apartment. How do you know the mercenaries were hired by the shipping company? Mentioned a lawyer girl. Tell me about Hardy and his. Yeah, how do you know?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
Yeah, bro, this is bad, eh?
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial elephant. Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes.
Scabs of people work with the got paid and by the contractors and to open docks, which striking dock is shutting down. The name of the company is Criminal this time. Sediment.
Of course. You're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me.
You mentioned a lawyer girl.
Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Tell me about Titus Hardy.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
Yo.
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
he's betting on them being useless to you.
But I met these.
But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
So why are you giving it?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
I don't need it.
Oh,
buddy.
I wasn't offering it to you, just holding it out there. But I'm willing to share information. Was there anything else?
Oh, bugs. Oh, could I have been living there? Interesting.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike. I don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet.
So he knows I want.
Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
I'm not a man of the left. I'm a patriot. Right, not just me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer. That's supposed to mean I'm more left than you are. Right, excuse me. The left and right. I do. Gotta get that gun.
You're saying it, but I don't believe you. You know how it is. Company snitches, agent provocateurs everywhere. I'm barricaded in this fortress of mine, and I need to get a message out. Will you help me?
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What do you think of finding back?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed. I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
After when? What is the place is that?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
Water drips from the eaves. A woman looks at her freshly tarred skiff. There's a pair of cavalry boots under the fish in the box, and the wind howls like a vicious spirit.
Agent. Brother, I search up agent. Provocateur. What is this? Company snitches, agent provocateurs. I searched it up and doesn't like what it. Yeah, don't search it up. A person employed to use others to break the law. I feel like this is what this guy's doing to us, but bad thought, bad spot. Eves.
You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
Oh, so we're gonna do it though. I guess all that happened in the current Oh yeah, so clear. Fine, I'm happy to be. What happened to
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre, designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
100%?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
Seems like he didn't really answer the question. He's basically saying, no, they're probably gonna end up homeless. But he's like, well, it's not bad for them. I think we've got to take it on. Just so I've got some. Maybe hopefully I can finesse the guy down the road.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here.
Hands you an open.
You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the waterlock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I'll know you're a solid socialist.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
With the zoning
The
plan.
youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center. This is either an ominous or cool architectural choice. Hard to say. My money is on cool. Looks like a cubic pyrite.
Alright. Alright. It's looking dodgy, mate. Tim, what do you think? Okay. Oh, there's a loophole, mate.
Hey. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again? How come there's word on the street? How come there's
You
word on the
keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than
Whoa,
25
chill out.
real in
Chill
their
out, chill out.
pocket. Literally murder all human beings, regardless
Whoa,
of their
whoa.
political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
Oh, chill, bro. Right, that sounds. No, I haven't said anything like that. There's some mildly left wing. None of those.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind.
You. Ambivalent state of having mixed feelings or contradictory ideas about something or someone. Oh, sodomize is crazy work.
Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
I can see that, so tell me, do you have any questions before you fire up the big communism builder, or do we get right down? Wait, first, what is this communism even about? Well, start building a communism. Firing, I don't have any down, bro. Okay, this is crazy, though. Stuff they were saying back here, that's crazy. Communism about, mate.
Failure. It's about failure.
Failure.
Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world. You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
It's a bit of a sketchy one, man. I don't know if we're committed to that level. But it's cool to have the thoughts so I can just see the boosts. I want the stats. I don't have a spot, do I? Oh, I can do it, bruh.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads
whoa,
and
whoa.
the animal wagons ready.
What, 5 squads? You didn't say anything about those.
Too late to back out now. You can't make an omelette without breaking a few million eggs.
Azovian social. Okay. Thanks for watching, mate. Good on ya.